Hi, I'm Malin. Welcome back to my channel, and we are on episode 2 of my Minecraft survival series. We've got a couple of things going right now. We have built up this house and the mine shaft, which we did in the last video. Now, in between videos, I have I've decorated a little bit more around the house, around the starter house. So I've gotten some bushes in here, plenty of flowers, got on a nice walkway in here. And then the walkway also leads to inside over here. And I have the interior decorated. So up here, we have like a little library area. Nice place to sit down and maybe read some books. And then let's hop down here. And I kind of just have like my storage randomly placed around in the starter house. We got some nice barrels, bushes, bookshelves, nice little desk corner over here, a little window outside. This is to the chimney that goes up there. And then over here, more bookshelves, plants. There's this little walkway and little secret barrel right there. And then coming down here, I have like this kitchen area. I haven't put much like back behind here or anything, but it's just a nice little kitchen area. And this is kind of like my bulk storage for my dirt, my grass, gravel, and then this is going to be sand. But I've also kind of closed off where my villagers are at over here. I will still be able to access where I was getting the villagers right over here. So if I just open this up, you guys can see that this is the old area that was in here. So I'm gonna cover that right back up. But yeah, I've gotten the interior nice. So many spruce trapdoors. We all know how much everybody loves those spruce trapdoors. Yeah, go back out front. But it's definitely already feeling a lot more complete. Oh, what are you doing here? Let me take that. I've been breeding up the cows just a little bit, just so that if I need the other, I can use it. I have dug up the farm that was over here because that is what we are doing in today's video. We are going to be placing in a new farm. I think I may end up doing it back here where all those trees and stuff are, but that farm is not going to take very long. The other thing we're going to be doing today is we're going to be making the gate. We're going to be making the gate entrance into our little area over here, which I am super excited to do. I am also wanting to start a goal board. So let me go grab some wood and some signs. And let's make a goal board. Alright, where do we want to put this little gold board? I think we can just put it like right over here. Right here? Yeah, we'll do it for. Alright. So one of the goals that I have is building a barn. Another one is to revamp the village. I also want to start planning out the city layout. And then also go to the end, defeat the Ender Dragon, and get our Elytra. And then netherite armor. I would also like to build a stables. Create that watchtower we talked about in the last video. And then another thing we're absolutely going to need, the gunpowder farm. Now, let's go sleep so I can get out of this rain real quick. Oh, I don't think I showed you guys my little bedroom. I plan on getting a little dog that I was gonna sit in here. I also finished up the mine a little bit more. So if we come down over here, I've gotten all the wood and everything and made sure I have plenty of greenery down here. And it goes all the way down. Then you come down here. This is all decorated as well. And then right here, I have my little waterfall. Now, I do plan on getting some soul sand to put in here so that I don't have to swim all the way up that. But I've started digging out a little bit, just so I can get some deep slate to help with all of the projects that we're going to be doing. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on putting the farm just right over here. I think this will be a good spot for it. Just having it right back over here where these trees are. So I actually ended up deciding to put it under my house just so that one, we can kind of keep this growing all the time, and then it's also closer to the villagers, and I don't have to build like an ugly farm over there. I can wait until I'm actually going to build up the barn and do all of that so that it's just going to look nice and pretty, and I won't have to really wait. Because I'm still going to need like quite a bit of these crops just because the villagers right now are the way that I am healing on my tools. And so I'm definitely going to need to be able to trade with them quite a bit. So having this under my house will do nicely. So now that I got all this dirt in here, I can actually start planting some stuff in here. But so I accidentally I've been putting my beetroot seeds into a composter so that I could get some bone meal, and I put all of my beetroot seeds into the composter. So I did have to go and get more beetroot seeds and then also bone meal those up a little bit. So I only have 59 beetroot seeds. That's okay. That's okay. So we'll just come back down here. We'll plant some of the beetroot seeds in here, and then we can really kind of get the farm just going so that we can trade with our villagers that we got. Yeah. Now we can kind of just get this going. Luckily, beetroots tend to grow pretty fast, so I should be able to get enough beetroots to fill this floor here pretty soon. But I'm just going to go ahead and get all of this tilled up. Okay, now I have all of this tilled up. I'm going to go ahead and start working on down here as well. And I'm probably also going to be expanding it a little bit more this way so that I can fit quite a few crops in here. But I'm probably eventually going to be putting an automatic melon and pumpkin farm in here, just so that I don't really have to go and get all of those all the time. While the crops are growing and everything, I am starting to decorate a little bit in here and just kind of trying to figure out how I want to lay everything out. So I have these pale oak pillars, and then I'm gonna do like a spruce ceiling for each little spot over here. And I think it's gonna turn out really, really good doing it like this. So I'm gonna keep decorating up in here, and then I will show you guys if anything changes. So now that I've gotten a little bit of the farm set up, and so it can actually be running a little bit while I'm doing some things. So I've gotten it set up a little bit. Down here still needs a little bit more work, but other than that, so down here I plan on putting like a sugarcane farm and a melon farm, and a melon and pumpkin farm. But I do not have anything from the Nether because I have not gone to the Nether yet. And so I think I may have to go to the Nether here pretty soon. Or now. Actually, I'm gonna go to the Nether now, I guess. I will try and be as safe as possible. Let's figure this out. I definitely want to make my portal like a decent bit away from me home. I don't want to deal with the noises. I should honestly probably sleep before I go and try and do all this. I should also probably make flint and steel. That is probably something that I will need. Alright, so let's grab a piece of flint. I'm gonna check out. It's not down there. It is down here. Alright, grab one piece of flint. Oh, I also need to put away these lanterns. I'm all over the place today. Hello, lanterns. I need to put you away. In you go. Alright, and then I can also grab the iron that I need to make flint and steel. And then we can head over to an area that I am not going to be in for a while. Actually, I can probably just, like, put it over here somewhere. Yeah, right up here seems like a good little spot for me to put this. Alright. Alright, we have another portal now. I probably should grab some sort of like gold armor just in case we run into like a really bad spot. I also do not have a bow, and I definitely want to have a bow for what we're gonna for going into the Nether. So let me go enchant a bow real quick. I have now gotten a bow enchanted for myself, but it's definitely not the best. It's definitely not the best, but it should do. And I only have 18 arrows. I really thought I was going to have more arrows, and I don't. So let me put up the rest of my stuff, and then we can head into the Nether. Let's grab some cobblestone because we're probably gonna need that. To the Nether we go. Hopefully it doesn't go super poorly. I didn't grab gold. It's fine. It's fine. I have good armor. I have good armor. Alright, where did we spawn in the Nether? We are super close to Soul Sand Valley, which is pretty good, honestly. So that means I can go ahead and just grab some soul sand, because I'm definitely going to need this. Sort of some bubble vaders. There's also these brown mushrooms, which I can pick up some of those. And then I need a decent bit of quartz. So let's tower up here a little bit. Grab some quartz. Okay, there's just a bastion right there. Which I am very scared of bastions. So I'm definitely not going to be going into that anytime soon. Let's see what else we can see from here. So we just kind of have like, okay, so there's a basalt biome right there. I think we're just in a nether wastes right now. Okay, here's piglins. Let's not deal with those right now. Um, let's get this lava kind of boxed away. Okay, listen, bro. I need you to chill. I need you to chill. I'm just trying to get this lava to stop being everywhere. Okay, grab up this quartz, which I don't. This may be enough. It may not be enough. So I'm just gonna grab some more. Just grab some more that is very easily attainable. Hello, zombie pigman. Can I get this quartz without risking smacking you in the face? Okay, cool. All right, and then there's some more down here. Okay, this should be good enough for now. So let's head back now that we got the few things that we needed. And then now that we're back in the overworld, we can make that melon and pumpkin farm. Once I get that the rest of the farm done, then we can start working on the gate. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. We can start working on the gate, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, it's gonna go like right here. I think it's gonna turn out very nicely. But let's go put away these things, these items. Go mine up this quartz. Okay, so it got me a stack and 27. Should be good enough for now. But the main thing is I really want to get that melon and pumpkin farm set up. So let me get to work on that. I've now gotten a little pumpkin and melon farm set up downstairs. So it is off to start figuring out how I want to design this gate. I definitely want to incorporate this river into it a little bit. I'm going to be using netherrack to kind of lay it out because it's super easy to get rid of, and it's also very bright and works out pretty well for an outline block. So I'm thinking maybe a little arch over the river, but I don't want that to be the gate necessarily. I kind of want the gate to come over to the side, like over here. So the entrance is going to be somewhere right here. Let me grab my shovel, dig this out a little bit. So if we do the entrance like right here, I think 7 blocks is a good size for the entrance. And then maybe we can have like this little curved pillar right here. 3, and then 1, 2. Something like this, possibly. I want that to be 3 wide. So I definitely am going to have to bring this like this. And then make this 2. 1. And then 2. Kind of slowly just scooching over the entrance a little bit. But yeah, having this little curved pillar right here. The entrance going right here. And then we can make a path to the entrance that's going to be right there. Now, let me kind of tower this up a little bit so we can see how high we actually want to make this. That should be good for now. And then maybe we can. I don't think I want to do like the same round pillar that's over there, but I want the start of it to be this like a similar shape, but not quite. So maybe like this, and then bring it over like this. So then it's just like this little square. So now that will be the entrance right here. Okay, okay. Do 6 up. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, that looks good for the gate. I definitely think I need to smooth out this over here a little bit. Yeah, I think rounding that off was the right choice. But we'll have that little archway right there. And then I kind of want to do a little bit of a mage tower over here. So if, because I think I want the mage tower to kind of be like right up here, this little hill. So let's get rid of some of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we'll have it be square. Yeah, I can cut this down right here. Like this. I was making sure that it didn't come into any of my starter house over here. So I think the mage tower right there. And then because the arch is right here, we can definitely bring probably another arch right here. So let's see how big this gap is. 11 block gap. This will be where this arch ends. Get out of here. What are you doing? What are you doing over here? I need you messing up any of my work over here. Oh, hello, another zombie. Don't mind me, sir. Okay, and then I can bring this up. So let me jump up here. And then so boom. Now we have okay, there's just so many mobs. Why did you have to do that, sir? That was so unnecessary. Now I gotta patch up this hole. All because these mobs didn't want to leave me alone. Look, here's another creeper. Bro, why are we doing this, man? Okay. Okay. I'm going to sleep. I'm gonna go sleep so that I don't really have to deal with these guys anymore. Okay, I feel like this is a pretty good outline for what I want to do for the gate. I'm definitely going to add something back there at some point, but I'm just unsure of what I really want to do over there. So now I gotta go gather the materials for all of this. So I guess I'll see you guys back here whenever I'm done gathering stuff. Okay, so I've done some terraforming now, and also gathered up the materials that I'll need. I honestly wasn't sure what materials I was actually going to need. So I have a whole bunch of wood, a bunch of deep slate, stone, cobblestone, tough andesite, some smooth stone, and then some more grass for terraforming and everything like that. I'm definitely going to have to clear this out a little bit more, but I think I'm going to bring through this river all the way through here, and you can kind of see where I've like made a little trail that way for it. But yeah, I haven't really figured out how I want the colors to go for this. So I'm just gonna be kind of winging it a little bit. If I grab some pale oak, maybe right here, right? And then I can do it like that. How do I feel about the pale oak? I think I actually just need to strip it and use this nice bright white. Use some of this netherrack as scaffolding, as I haven't gotten bamboo yet. Yeah, I think I like using the white. Let me get rid of some of this grass that's right here. I've also lit it up a little bit so that I don't have to deal with the mobs coming and killing me while I'm working on this. But let's... That's that. Okay. I did not realize I hadn't destroyed that dirt block. Okay. There we go. And then we can do the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3. All right. Let's take a step back on that. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Maybe I can also make some pale oak stairs, which actually let me just slap down a crafting table, and then I also definitely am going to need a stone cutter. So let me go grab one of those. Okay, now I got my stone cutter. I'll head back over here. We can just put this on top of the crafting table. But yes, let's get back to making these pale oak stairs. There we are. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. We can go down, take a step back. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Okay, with that tower being up there, I think I can at least maybe make like one of the swoop roofs over here. Probably gonna need some of this tough. I'm gonna make some tough brick stairs, some tough slabs, and then maybe just some tough bricks. So I do it like this. Because I think I want it to come out farther than the gate over here. What block would I like to use? Maybe some stripped dark oak, possibly. Let's see how that looks. Oh, look at the gorgeous sunrise. Alright, get these stripped. Maybe I'll end up doing slabs up there, but I think that works for the shape. Then maybe over here for this tower, we can get a little bit of the smooth stone and the andesite. Maybe some deep slate. And then we can do kind of a deep slate base. Maybe get some andesite stairs in here. Let's do polished andesite stairs. Slap the stairs just right on top of that deep slate. And because of the stairs, now there's this nice edge going across the top of the deep slate. And maybe I can do the stripped oak up here. Like that. And I'm just going to put smooth stone here to add a nice color variance. maybe I can do some deep slate again. Like so. Polished andesite stairs again. So then we just have like that little indentation kind of going on. And then maybe I can bring up the rest of it with some spruce. Yeah, let's go up one more and then call that good. Drop down. I think I do like that. But honestly, I think I want to make the deep slate come out a little bit more. So if we kind of do this, get rid of this grass, and then we grab these deep slate stairs. There we go. So I now have gotten some of this built up a little bit. I had to make a little bridge across because it was getting really annoying going all the way around. Yeah, so I've gotten a little bit of the archways built up, and I think I'm liking the tuff behind the pale strip logs. So like that outline. And then in here I'm gonna do the stripped dark oak again, like I did over here, but I'm still a little unsure of how I'm going to make it really work with the archways, because I'm wanting to do like a bridge across here over to this tower. And I think I'm also going to pull back this land a little bit more and maybe make it so that the river also splits off or underneath this one over here. And then maybe I can make like a little watering hole right here where the river can go through, or I can make it kind of go somewhere else through here. I'm going to start kind of building up this bridge a little bit just so that I can get more of an idea of what it will look like. And then maybe I can also start building up this mage tower a little bit. So I've kind of mapped out how I'm wanting this to look. I really like the little design that I have in here, but I am a little unsure of how I'm going to really like continue incorporating it through all of this. But I still need to finish up this tower right here. Just getting like the base of everything in, and then I can put in all the other stuff later. This is going across to over here, which I'm quite enjoying the archways that I have going on right now. I am going to probably make this either 3 or 5 wide. I'm also having to figure out how I want to deal with this kind of little floaty bit right here. I'm wanting it to look the same on this side, so I definitely am going to have to finish this up at like finish up the back of this. But I think this is coming along very nicely, very nicely. All right, I've done a little bit more of like the building up of everything. I think I'm gonna do this as like a little bell tower. But if you come back here, I also have done the back a bit more as well. So the back is almost complete as well. I haven't finished up back here for the bell tower, but that's all right. Yeah, I've been slowly kind of chipping away at building it. The wizard tower probably isn't going to get done this episode, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't think it needs to get done this episode. I think we just kind of really get into detailing everything on what we have right here with the wall and the arches. I think the bell tower is enough, and then whenever I move over to this tower, that'll be a whole video probably. So, but yeah, I'm probably just going to be putting in some more details and everything because right now it's all a little plain. There's no texturing, there's no lighting, there's no detail, and I want to get some details up in here. I want to start bringing this alive. I've now gotten all the texturing done, and so it's time for the super fun part, which is decorating all of this and getting some greenery, some lanterns, making everything pop out. This is going to be like a bell tower, so I'm going to set that up for the bell tower, and then I'm also going to try and figure out decorating a little bit of the inside. Because right now it's kind of just a little hollow, it's just empty. I'm unsure what I'm gonna be putting in here. Both sides are textured up and ready to go. So it's time to get really decorating. So for the railing at the top, I decided to go with anvils and tough walls, and it came out really, really good. But I used up almost like all of my iron, and so I had to go on a little trip to get some more iron. Man, anvils are expensive, and I do not have an iron farm. This comes off as a very, very good railing for this. And then we got lanterns every two. Yeah, I really like this as the railing. And now I'm gonna be kind of going in and doing the details of like lanterns and stuff. Put it on the side, making sure everything's lit up. Just adding some depth to the build. So done a little bit more in for the decorating, and I am really liking how this has come out with all the detailing. I think that having the only the like few plants there and then just the lanterns on the side with the fences. I think it looks all pretty nice. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. But I've only done this one little bit. I haven't even done the other side. I've done like part of the other side where I was like experimenting with stuff, but I'm definitely gonna tear some of this down. But overall, I think this is coming out fantastic. So why don't we go ahead and fix up this side? And it's all finished up and good to go. I now have the tower like mostly decorated, so all I need is two tall plants for the other side, but I think it came out phenomenal. Now the bottom, like the inside at the bottom, has not been done, but we have the ladder all the way up. So let's head up and we can take a look at some of these things. So I have this done up here. I don't think I'm actually going to be putting any blocks or anything in here. Like, seems a little bit too much, but here's where the bell is for the bell tower. I think it came out great. I really, really love it. And then we'll come down here. And both sides of the tower are done, but not both sides of, like, I haven't done the wall part of it over there, I don't think. Oh, I am completely missing the front of that tower. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and do that. But yeah, look at how it came out. I am very happy with it. And then I even have like this little entrance for this little stall right in here. And then if you come down over here, then here's the entrance to this tower up here. We have a little bit of a spiral staircase going through here, all the way up to the top. I haven't decided how I'm gonna do this yet to get over to this wall with the spiral staircase being right there, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. My very expensive railing. So let's go back down here. And so I need to add flowers and that, and then so yeah, I just need fences, lanterns, those, and then let's go grab the two tall flowers to put up there, because that's why I left it like that for those ones. Have those two tall plants actually fit in there, because in the other spots I couldn't put any two tall plants. So do a rose bush, peony, and a lilac. So I think the rose bush ends up going in the middle, and then the two like pinker options will go on the top and bottom. Grab some scaffolding. Lilac there. Rosebush there. And peony there. Yeah, just bringing that color in. Alright, and then we have the top of the other side to do. So let's come over here and do that. Boom, boom. And then we'll grab the lantern, put that right there. And then were the other ones? I'm pretty sure the other ones were pale oak. So let's head back down. For the pale oak fence. Alright, let's go up. So like this, boom, boom, lantern, lantern. I think I definitely need to add the tough brick wall right here. Yeah, I think that's just kind of needed. It came out so pretty. All right, I think I'm gonna continue to do those little things in these in the arches. so we can add some light there as well. And I kind of like having the pale oak fences on top of there. So I think I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna put some pale oak fences through these, which I have made so many pale oak fences. It's only slightly a problem. Do I have any sticks? No, I don't. Gotta make more sticks. Sticks, plenty o sticks, planks. There we go. It's kind of just tired of making. Time, time to put in the pale oak fences up here, and then also start lighting it. I'm gonna need more spruce trapdoors. I was kind of like setting my own rules a little bit with these, so I think I'll have one right there, and then one right there. I think that's where they are going. I'll take a step back here in a minute to make sure that this is where I want them. Chill, bro, chill. Whoa, whoa. The phantoms are really coming after me. Oh boy. So yeah, I set up a map of this place. I think once I have the gate done, then I'm going to lock this map, which it'll probably be only these right here that I'll end up locking because I haven't touched this over here. So we'll lock these, but like you can see where the river's coming through and everything. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna lock all this once the gate's done, and then once the wizard tower gets done, or not the wizard tower, the mage tower gets done, then we'll also add like we'll have another stage of either that or I may wait until the mage tower is done before I lock this, and then a couple of more things in the village. But we'll see. We'll see. I kind of like having it done by episode basis. You know, we'll make a museum for the maps at some point, and by the end of this episode, we'll lock a map and then we'll make a new one in the next episode. But I am on day 261. We are almost 300 days in, which is absolutely crazy. Build is coming out absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, I feel like I need something at the top of that, but I'm unsure what to do. Or maybe it's fine for now until maybe I get like an end rod to put right there, but because I can't even fit that in there either. I would only be able, well, I would only be able to do one of the walls, which actually, yeah, let's go with doing one of the walls. Did the walls work? All right, but I'll just move on and see how I feel about it later. Let's add in the rest of those lanterns and everything over here. Oh yeah, I think this came out great. Super super hyped for it. I definitely need to add something over here though. We'll just honestly, I am kind of like really loving these little things. So I think I do two of these and then that will be good. Maybe some fences like that. I kind of like that. Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Okay. I feel like I still need one more thing in the middle of this. So do I do a trap door? Yeah, I think that looks good. And then once I get all of the greenery around here, it'll look even better. So now I just kind of need to do all of this detailing on the other side as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of that. And I will see you guys back here in just a moment. I think I'm going to call it good for today's episode, except for one thing. I'm gonna do one more thing before I end up popping off for the episode. Um, let's go to the Nether and get some blaze rods because I'm definitely gonna be needing those. I've now gotten a pretty upgraded bow, so I can go ahead and just head on to the Nether after I grab some cobblestone, of course. Oh, I should probably bring a piece of gold armor as well. I don't remember where it ended up spawning in at. So I'll grab, let's do 3 stacks of cobble. And then, yeah, I think I need to bring something gold to wear. I think I'll do a gold helmet. Yeah, and then I should also bring some gold bars, just in case I want to trade with the piglins, so that I can get maybe some soul speed. Into the Nether we go to get some blaze rods. At the beginning of next episode, I think I want to go to the end and just get an elytra and get that out of the way. Have Yeah, just have the end out of the way so that I can just get around. I can just move around. We can move on to some different projects. Okay, so there's a bastion, but I need a nether fortress, not a bastion. The bastions are cool, but they terrify me. I I am not a fan of you, bro. I'll just lead myself with some torches. God, I hate the nether. I didn't realize I hadn't shot a bow yet. Okay, so I see a crimson forest over here. I'll see you guys back whenever something happens or I find the nether fortress. I have finally found a fortress and got my first few blaze rods, but we're gonna definitely get some more just so I can get enough to last me a bit. Alright, it is time for me to head out now that I have 36 blaze rods and a wither skeleton skull. Now we are back home and with a bunch of loot. So let's go ahead, drop all this stuff off. I have actually one more thing to do. I know I just said that I was only going to do one more thing in this video, but I do have one more thing to do before we go. And that one last task is going to be naming the horse. And this name came from Zane. Thank you for putting a name suggestion in the comments. And we are going to be naming this horse Artax. Alright, let's go put this an Artax out here. Look at that. Thank you guys for watching, and I do have live streams and long plays coming out for this world. And at the beginning of next episode, we're going to go to the end, get that Elytra, and then we are going to be working on this mage tower. So those are the things that we're gonna be doing in the next episode for sure. I may end up doing some other things, but just expect to see me sometime soon. I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.